I present to you GOAT Mode, the 8-week one-stop shop to fortify your mind. No weakness, no fear, no crutches at all. Part number 1 of GOAT Mode is no snoozing. Do not even have an alarm if you can. You want your wake up to be as natural as possible, so go to sleep early. As soon as you wake up, get out of bed, and get productive. Don't roll over, don't wait, don't put off anything. If you're awake, it means you must be doing something. Try and prepare yourself before this to get your body clock right. Number 2, your phone is not allowed in your bedroom. Just get it out of your bedroom. This will avoid scrolling, this will avoid any bad temptation to stay in bed. If anything, if you set it out of your room, it's more motivation for you to get out of bed eventually. But you'll see if you get used to it, you don't even go to your phone, you just get up and do what you need to do. 3, meditation. Meditate every day for 20 minutes. No guided meditation, no speaking, nothing. You can do a mantra, you can do some kind of breathwork meditation. My go-to is the back to the breath. So you take the pressure off yourself. You're not trying to achieve anything. The only thing is, as soon as you get lost in your thoughts, as soon as you start thinking about what you should do, about this will be a good idea, about some scenario that played out in the day, you need to go back to the breath. That's literally it. It's not hard. It's the easiest possible way you can do this meditation with the highest benefit, right? You're training yourself to, as soon as you go back to the breath, if you feel resistance, like, oh no, this is important, I'm gonna need to remember this idea for video, I need to remember this idea for school, for this project, back to the breath, none of that matters. Literally, the only thing in your life is like you breathing. Like the only thing that renews your life is you breathing. So understand this highest importance. Reframe everything in your mind. Nothing is as important. Then the next one is eat the frog. Eat the frog. The frog is just the hardest task for you to do in the day. If you're a writer and you feel like you're struggling to sit down and write, eat the frog. Get up after you meditate. Get into writing. Just get to the task, do it to the best of your ability, and don't hold yourself to any perfection. Just get in and do it. Once you start, slowly you'll figure out all the minor details. Next one is get sunlight. Depending on when you wake up, this may make it harder or difficult to time for yourself, but after you eat the frog, the best break to have is to go and get sunlight, right? If there should still be sunlight. I don't know what kind of eat the frog task will like pull you away. If you're working, that could make it difficult, but do try and pull at least 15 minutes to yourself to get sunlight, whether you're just resting or sitting. The next one is touch grass. When we say touch grass, this could be paired with get sunlight as well. You want to be in nature. So a walk in nature, a walk around your area, a walk around your local park, it's perfect for this. If you pair it with getting sunlight like early in the day, it will kickstart your whole body. Especially if you enjoy caffeine, this is a good substitute. This is a good thing to keep you, on focus. Now, the next thing is cold exposure. For me, this is cold showers. For anyone else, you need to do it as soon as you possibly can. Basically, you're not doing like an ice bath. You're not going from 0 to ice cold. You want to slowly get it in if this is your first time doing it. So some people do the medium hot to, or like medium temperature to cold, or like try and go below. Understand that anything below medium is a win in your eyes. Go below medium, and yeah, put it on cold. Below medium, that like range, try and do it for a week. Try and like keep it up. If you can just get in and understand that that's what you're doing now, your body, you don't fight your breath. Your breath will regulate itself, and it'll bring you back to where you need to be. Um, if you can slowly build it up as the weeks go by, you want to do it like after the first week, increase it, after the next week, increase it, and slowly push yourself like this. This you do even if you're sick. Now, this is gonna piss some people off, but I don't care. Like, this whole exercise is about fortifying your mind. This whole exercise, this whole protocol is to change your mind, change your beliefs, and understand that you are more powerful than anything. People have run ultra marathons with pneumonia, and you're worrying about taking a cold shower with the flu. I understand that like you're not trying to make yourself more sick. Don't hurt yourself, but get some kind of cold exposure, even if it means that you do this thing for a few minutes and then you run to the heater afterwards. That's fine. That's actually better than just doing the regular cold shower. So because there's a whole study on cold and then going to warm exposure as well. So like that quick change in the body, it allows your body to adapt. But yeah, get cold exposure. Next one is celibacy. No jerking the gherkin, no flicking the bean. If you have a partner, use this time to focus on communication. And if you feel like your communication with your partner is strong, if you feel like you're both supportive and you want a deeper level, try and challenge each other. Try and pick something that you can do together. Have it be something creative, have it be a language, have it be something you can build and look back on and say, hey, when we did this, we built this thing, or we learned this language. Have something that you can speak about afterwards that you accomplished. For myself, communication was the biggest thing. It was very, very fruitful. Slowly after time went on, we started doing like little things here and there to like sort of challenge each other. But I think definitely going forward, the next time I would do like a hardcore, like intentional challenge. So picking up something like pottery, picking up something like painting, picking up something like jewelry making. I think that'll definitely be a great add. And you can always just take a class. You can always just learn from YouTube for free. So figure out what it is you want to do and do that. Now, gym, this is also going to piss some people off, but just hear me out, right? Our focus is not to train anything but the mind for this. So with gym, I want you to pick the weakest muscle. I want you to train it every day, right? So I did this protocol a few times. For me, when it was arms, I did, so with your arms, understand that like 70 to 80% of your arms is your biceps. So I did bicep training, I did dips. I did dips every day. Every time I went to train, the first thing I went to train was dips. I did this every day for, I think it was 8 weeks. And the idea is it takes 2 weeks for you to feel it. It takes 4 weeks before you hear it. It takes 2 weeks before you, it takes 2 weeks before you feel it. It takes 4 weeks before you see it, and it takes 8 weeks before you hear it. So hear it, someone else will actually compliment you or notice the change. 4 weeks, you will feel like you actually made the change and you'll see it. You'll see that you made the change. And then 2 weeks, you'll actually feel the change itself. So keep that in mind in this whole protocol. Pick that one weakness, destroy it. Understand you'll only hear anything from it at the end. So if you're thinking that you're going to hear something halfway through, don't. Understand that 2 weeks, you're going to see it. 2 weeks, you're going to feel it. 4 weeks, you're going to see it. 8 weeks, you're going to hear it. It's a tongue twister, you know. Number 10, I understand there's levels to it, right? I'm gonna say no alcohol, no drugs, no coffee, no video games, no sugar, no social media. Now, I understand that's a lot of things. There's levels to it. Obviously, if you feel under that list that everything applies to you, you should aim to try and reduce everything because they're all making you feel good for doing nothing. Every one of these things that you consume is going to go against the entire protocol itself, right? So, what I want you to do, if you're still getting into it, pick 3 of them. Pick 3, even if it's one that you already don't do. Just make sure out of this list, out of the 3, just if it's out of the 6, pick 3. Even if there's ones you don't do, you know it's not like a full weakness, but ensure that one of them is a deep weakness that you have and focus on that, right? So if you feel like, I don't usually drink, don't usually do drugs, but like social media is a major weakness for me, then those are your 3, right? You know that you can rely on those 2, and then the main one, the social media, that's what you work on, right? The other ones you can add as you want to like pick up more challenge, but understand that these are essentially reward systems that give you something for not accomplishing anything. Cool. Now the next one is how you incorporate it if you are including all of these things. And the concept is clean plates, get dessert. You want to have everything that you needed to do for the day cleaned off your plate. You want your to-do list for the day to be complete. Even your task to write the next day's to-do list, that must be set up. But you want to have ticked off everything for the day and then have your dessert or have your whatever it may be, you know. Essentially, this is the relaxation. This is the this is the good that you take on one of these protocols, right? Now, ideally, my type of dessert is none of the above, none of the alcohol, no drug, no coffee, no video game, no sugar, no social media. What it should be for me is reading. Reading is the next part of this. This is not about how many pages you read. This is not about having a hard number. This is just a good substitute for any nighttime routine. It gets your mind going. You feel like you struggle reading, try meditating before that. And if you feel stagnant, change the book. If you feel excitement towards a different book, change the book. Read the thing that you're excited about and read as much as you possibly can until you feel like, okay, like I feel tired from doing this. Then you stop and then you go on. But try and push that period of time till you get tired every day. The whole purpose of this protocol is you want to be going to bed sleepy. You want to be going to bed tired. You want to have worked hard. You don't need to tell anyone about this. You can tell your family. You can tell all these people that, you're trying to do this so they can accommodate. But seriously, like if you can, just keep like a video journal, keep a journal, write about your experiences and optimize every day. The next thing is keep a habit tracker, right? If you slip up along this, it's all right if you don't do some of the things that you think you need to do every day. So if it is like stretching and you miss it, it's okay. You didn't lose the whole challenge, but then you gotta make up for it the next day. You gotta punish the bad behavior the next day, right? So you gotta maybe 3x it, or for the next week, pile on some kind of thing. Figure out a way that you don't reward skipping the task, right? If it is that you break something for the day and there's no general excuse, maybe remove the fun task at the end of the day. Not reading though. Remove the sugar, the dessert, the video games, the social media. Remove that. Remove one of those extra just to make up for you missing, right? Now, you're not going to be perfect at the start, so try and give yourself a week. The first week is the trial run where you can sort of figure it out, suss it out, understand your routine. Use meditation to be aware of your routine and what's going on around you, because that will really get you, going. It'll get you like it'll help you be aware of all the things in your day that's pulling you which way. Right. And then the one thing, have an accountability partner and ask their permission, because you get one chance. You get one chance. So you get one chance if you break any of these, right? And that could be not eating the frog. That could be not training the weakness. That could be skipping cold exposure, getting sunlight, all of these things. Other than not having you get one chance without being punished, right? And your accountability partner will be the one who decides. This can't be your mom. This can't be a person that is soft. This can't be any person that will give you the benefit of the doubt and tell you, you know what, you're being too easy on yourself. You want to pick your harshest friend. You want to pick someone that won't like let you fail. Someone that may be on the journey with you. If you have a partner, obviously that makes it good. But if your partner is also feeling like, I feel like you're going a bit crazy, just have them make the promise at the beginning that you want to be held accountable to your word and you don't want to break any of these. So yeah, just have that accountability. And then understand again, all of this is to fortify your mind. All of this is to show you that you can do more than you think you currently can. So if you slip up, if there's a little bit of punishments here and there, it's okay. But understand that the major thing is you need to be growing. You need to be pushing your mind. There's an Andrew Huberman, Andrew Huberman said in one of his podcasts about the AMMC, the AMCC, I think. You can fact check me, but the point is there's a part of the mind that's revolved with doing hard things and challenging yourself. And that grows when you challenge yourself and is responsible for a large chunk of the brain mass. And essentially, they were saying as you get older, this part can shrink, and it often leads to a lot of the issues that people have when they're in their older age. So what they're saying is to remain healthy, to keep your brain functioning, you need to be doing hard things as much as possible, The last thing is actually the first step into this entire protocol is set your intention. What is this for? Is this for improving yourself? Is this for starting a business? Is this for picking up some new habits? Is this for gaining control of your mind? Keep that in mind. That is your reason why. Remember why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, etc. It helps to put together like a little like vision board of sorts of why you're doing this, and revisit this when it's hard. Put some like cheesy motivational quotes or whatever. Put like a picture of the result you want. Revisit this. This will not help you at all. But when you do get over it, you can look at it and say, all right, this is what I wanted, If you keep looking at it, don't obsess with it. Like if you obsess with it, it's going to make you lose like 100%. But you want to have it there so that you know specifically the goal, right? You want to know where you're heading. This is the direction. This is the most important step of all of these things. Everything else is reduction. Reduction and addition to your day-to-day, like reduction or substitution, basically. And this is you setting your direction. This will determine your success. And you need to be aware of your direction. You need to be specific about your direction, but you need to not be obsessed with your direction. Challenge yourself, fortify your mind, and peace.